Hey guys, so I wanted to do another video because I did just record for my two other channels. This is the only one I have left, and I will link my other channels in the description below as always, including not my business channel. I've almost done that a few times. My business page that's on Facebook if you do want to book a personal reading with me, because I do offer psychic readings. I did stop offering spells for the time being, and I think energy healings, but whatever is available will be on there. But, I stopped offering spells just because, they can be, I'm trying to improve. I don't suck, just sometimes they don't work. I've noticed there's only specific spells I'm good at right now. Protection spells and other little things here and there. I don't even fucking know. There's one other thing, but I'm blanking on it right now. And then energy healings just take so much energy, and most people want to do video calls, which I'm not very comfortable with yet. But yeah, that's just my situation. But today, on my psychic channel, I talked about time frames and properly understanding time frames and fate. And so I kind of wanted to do something similar to that and talk a bit more about I guess the time frame side of things and how you know that can affect your ability to manifest what you want to manifest. Because with time frames, if you want something by a specific time, you can do vision boards. Those definitely I do recommend. Journaling as well. Making lists, gratitude journals, and making sure that because the biggest thing, and I've talked about this on this channel before, but the biggest thing is because people are like, oh, nothing's working out for me. I just lost my job and I could be losing my house and da 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 da. And it's in those cases, I can't speak for everyone's case, but when things start falling apart like that, 9 times out of 10, I'd even say 99.99% of the time, it's the universe getting rid of things that no longer serve you because you asked for something better. And that doesn't mean that it's going to come to you when you want it to, you know? And that's why I love the saying, also be careful what you wish for, because, I used to be stick thin, and I still kind of am, but I used to be much worse, and I don't want to be like that. I want to have muscle. I want to have a little bit more fat on my body. I want to have muscle. And I want to be built. I want even a light 2-pack. One of those ones where it just fades into your body nicely. It's not just this huge block. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah. So not a full 2-pack, I guess you would say that is. But a light one. And I do want bigger arms, not the you know, not the I don't know how to explain this because I'm trying to not be offensive, but I don't think it's offensive, but not the kind that I don't personally want the kind of arms that some women have where they're crazy big. I'm not talking about that. Um and I know I want bigger thighs. I want a really good body still, but I want to be well built. I want much more muscle. I want to be able to look like the person that I truly am, not the opposite, because then people don't take me seriously, and then that wreaks havoc in my life a lot. But yeah, so again, careful what you wish for, and here's why. Because that example that I was just talking about, I already started getting a bit bigger. Not like drastically, but not to a horribly noticeable amount. Like, you know, like I'm not overweight or like anything like that, and I don't look like necessarily much bigger, but like I went from being 25 in jeans to 28, for example. I'm still a medium for the most part, but like even my shirts, like now I'm moving more towards mediums for most of my shirts. Before it was only some, now it's like most of them, which isn't a problem, but you know, the problem is, and this is why I say careful what you wish for, and I love that saying because, ow, how I was sitting kind of hurt my ankle. I say that because, like, right now, I don't have the money to replace my clothes. I don't. You know, and so that causes problems for me right now. And that's why you can't be too picky on how the universe gifts you these things, right? Like you have to be open to receiving, and you have to be open to how it may happen. Like you may wish for the best relationship of your life romantically, and you're going to want to specify that, just to be clear. But you know, again, you might not get it when you want to. I don't think this video is going to be more about time frames. I think it's kind of already taken its own direction, and just things to look out for when it comes to manifestation, because you're definitely going to want to make yourself clear. And that's, I actually love it in like the new Aladdin movie, which I think is also in the animated version. I haven't seen it in quite a while, but you know, how they're like, you have to be clear. And also when I'm doing readings for people, it can be very frustrating because they'll just like give me names and expect me to know what the question is. And the thing about Aladdin is, again, it's like, you gotta be more specific, because like I literally just like make you up a prince. I can, not you necessarily, but like give you a prince. And it's like, you gotta be more specific. Like you could be like, I would want to see a mermaid every day, and then get turned into a mermaid, like, you know, or oh, I want to be able to walk on land in Ariel's case, and then have legs for the rest of your life. But, and of course in that case that would benefit her, but I'm talking like in a case where you would want to go back into the ocean, and then boom, you can't, and you're like, what the fuck? I just said I wanted to be able to walk on land. And that's not because the universe hates you, or Witcher, whatever, hates you. It's literally just because, like, you have to word things very carefully. Or even in Once Upon a Time, I love it because Rumpelstiltskin takes everything out of fucking context, okay? And he uses words against people and kind of creates riddles, in a sense. So you have to be very, 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 very specific with your wording, and be very, very, very careful still, just to be safe. And that's a lot of what manifestation is as well. Is like, you have to be very certain, you have to be very careful, and you have to be very open. Like, you have to be very specific with your wording. And if your whole life comes crashing down, look at your list of goals. What is it that you want? Because it's probably actually going to benefit you in the long run. Like, there are things that I'm going to have to do coming up soon here that I'm not going to want to do, but I have to do if I want to keep living and like moving forward and being able to succeed one day. I need to be able to take better care of myself, and to be able to do that, I'm going to need to do certain things that are not going to be easy for me, but I'm gonna have to do it, because, like, and again, that's stuff that you can learn more about on my vlog channel, but yeah. So you might not like the way the universe gifts you things, but you just have to remember to be careful about your wording and to be certain that you want whatever it is. And also, for people trying to manifest a specific person, do be careful with that, because it might not work out for you, because technically we're not supposed to try and manifest those things. And it actually, like love spells even too, like it goes against the law of magic and the law of the universe, is to try and make someone love you. And like it might not be their fate to be with you. So I I would write up your dream person is better. And a psychic I've specifically like seen and talked to and have had a few sessions with told me about her husband and how like it was funny because she made a bit of a joke and she's like, I did forget to add the height thing, which will forever like, be funny to her, but and not in like a bad way obviously, but she's like, to a T, the guy that I asked for is like here. And so, like if it's a specific person for you, make sure to be very clear on who you want, but like not and like you could even like use like celebrity faces as like references and stuff like that, but don't like ask for any specific person, because you could be waiting forever and it might not ever happen, because the universe is only going to guide you who is on your level spiritually and on the level of who you're asking for otherwise. And if the person you desire isn't meant to be with you, or would ruin, like, would mess up your desires and manifestations and like other things that you want, like if you want kids and they don't, the universe isn't going to pair you with that person no matter how much you might want them. Like, it's because it's going to mess up with the things that you want. It's going to mess up with your desires. So that's just some like, I guess, things to look out for when you're trying to manifest things. And I guess that's something like how I'll title this video. But those are things that can and do affect time frames, because those are blockages. Some blockages anyways, because there's also emotional blockages. So like, for instance, again, if you're trying to manifest a new romantic partner and you just got out of a toxic relationship but you're still thinking about that person actively, I know it's hard to stop, but do even cord cutting sessions, stuff like that. Show the universe that you truly, truly, truly don't want that other person anymore. And I know that in psychology it's actually, what's it called, love bombing, I think. It's been a while since I've watched those videos, but like where you, I guess that's not exactly love bombing, but in psychology there is love bombing, but there is like, basically they'll treat you really well and then they'll treat you like shit and be narcissistic bitches, and then you'll be really, really upset and stand your ground, whatever, and then they'll be really nice again. That's love bombing. And also in psychology, I'm kind of forgetting. I'm like blanking. Not with the psychology thing, just like what I was even trying to get across. With psychology, you can also start to miss a toxic person just because you are used to being mentally or physically or abused in any sort of way or treated horribly. Toxic, we'll say, because that's what I said. Toxic person. So you're just treated in a toxic way. Your brain gets used to that. And so when that person's out of your life for good, you start to crave to have them back. And you might not understand why, but that's why. Because psychologically, your brain is used to them attacking you and it's used to being attacked. So it's seeking out where that person is. and how to get them back, because it's in a routine, it's a pattern now, right? And so, I don't know, that's just some stuff to think about, I suppose. And hopefully this video benefited you. I really hope so. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos, as well as feel free to check out my other channels or even my business page if you want to book a personal reading or anything with me, or if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below, or video ideas, anything like that. Feel free, because I lost a lot of my lists of video ideas. So I'm gonna need all of the help that I can get now. So any ideas are greatly appreciated at this point.